First of all, I don't know that we'll ever make sense of why anyone would do such a thing. It's really unspeakable, unthinkable, and really it exceeds our capacity to understand. But one can only begin to speculate, and I imagine over time, as more information is learned, we'll be able to put together the pieces and have what's called a psychological autopsy of really what were the underpinnings for this man, what was his story, and how could something like this unfold. Now, one of the things we do know, although not specific to this perpetrator, and we know that 20 is within the age of risk for the development of serious mental disorders, so that we recognize that although we don't know anything about him, we can begin to speculate to understand was he developing a serious mental disorder, was he involved with alcohol and drug abuse, were there other kinds of antisocial behavior, to really try to put together the story so we could understand how anybody could do something that was just so premeditated and so unspeakable. I don't think anybody would predict such an incident as today, but people later on may begin to say that this young man may have had signs that demonstrated either some change in his functioning, some deterioration in his work or school performance, some change in his attitude, something that might suggest that this may have been either the prodrome or the unfolding of a serious mental illness. But I think what we also need to recognize is that children are resilient. Most children are going to figure out a way to move forward. And I think right now, psychological first aid is what's in order. And that's really a term and a kind of intervention that has been developed really to try to offer support and reassurance in the acute phase following a traumatic event. This is not the time for psychological treatments. This is a time for reassurance, support, and for people to come together and really try to help each other simply to get through this traumatic moment.